There was once a girl who lived in a city. This girl was quite young and was innocent to the likes of the world, as she had never really left the comfort of the area she lived on. This girl went by the name of Red. This name was given to her because she always wore a red hooded jumper. She loved this hoodie as it was a gift given to her by her grandmother, who unfortunately she didn't see very often. One day, Red was asked by her mother to visit her grandmother as she was very unwell. Her mother prepared a basket full of things that would help her grandmother feel better. Red's mother told her about where she needs to go, and before Red left, her mother also warned her about people and how she should not talk to strangers as it could be very dangerous. Red was so excited about this trip, she made her way with haste, making a journey to see her grandmother, knowing little of what lied ahead for her in her journey. As Red made her journey, she did not know where she was going and found her way as she went along, taking her mother's advice, staying clear of talking to anyone unnecessarily, but this would not stop a certain individual from taking interest in Red and approaching her. As Red finally found a way to determine a route to her grandmother's house, she was being watched by the wolf, who had been following her for some time now. Given the right opportunity, Red was approached by an individual that was curious about her and where she was going. After watching her for a while, this individual started talking to Red. Amazed by this person taking interest in her, Red completely forgot about what her mother said about avoiding unnecessary conversations and telling people what she is doing and where she is going. This individual, however, was set out on finding out everything about her. Red, without hesitation, answered this person innocently and honestly, finding no fault in this person's curiosity. Unaware of the situation, Red makes her journey happily, not knowing that the wolf aims to get there first and has taken a shorter route to her grandmother's house. The wolf, confident he has arrived first, approaches and begins to knock on the grandmother's door. There was no answer, so the wolf knocked again, only this time harder. The door has been left open for Red, but the wolf arrives first and sneaks in, locking the door behind him. The wolf then finds the grandmother asleep. She is an inconvenience to the wolf, so he decides to make sure she stays sleeping and never wakes up. He then removes her from the bedroom and disguises himself as the grandmother to wait for Red and pounce on her unexpectedly. A little while later, Red arrives at her grandmother's house. As she makes her way into the building, thinking back to herself about the journey and how lovely it has been, she knows nothing of what is to come. As Red enters her grandmother's house, it is quiet, and she finds her grandmother sleeping, not realizing it is the wolf in disguise. She then begins to comfort the wolf in disguise, but she's curious as her grandmother looks different. Red asks, why is her skin so dark? Why does she look so rugged? How did she become so ill? Kind as Red is, she does not continue to pester her grandmother and continues to comfort her, asking if there's anything else Red can do for her. The wolf in disguise then asks Red to fetch her a cup of water, thinking he can finally let her rest, and then pounce. As As Red fetches the water, she then discovers her real grandmother in the tub, and to her horror, not alive. Red then panics and thinks to herself who is in the bed. She needs to protect herself and runs to find something to defend herself with when confronting the person in disguise. She then slowly approaches the person in disguise and confronts him, taking him by surprise, scaring him off. No one knows the ending or what happened to the wolf, but moral of the story is, don't trust anyone you don't know, and you never know what someone is capable of.